What does that even mean, Bowers game?
Hi there, YouTube. I'm back again today for another game preview, another special Kickstarter preview. And today I'm very excited to check out Vampires and Villagers from Ask With Games. This is for 2 to 4 players, ages 13 plus. It'll take about 30 to 45 minutes to play. And in Vampires and Villagers, you are going to be forming a crypt of vampires and vampire assistants and trying to have the most powerful crypt. But it's not going to be that easy because other players are going to be sending vampire hunters and villagers at you to attack your crypt. Let's open it up and tell you how it works. Alrighty then, we're going to be taking a look at what you're going to get inside of Vampires and Villagers. Before I get started, I do want to mention this is the promotional copy I have in front of me, so take everything you see here with a grain of salt. First and foremost, we got our rule booklet. It's probably about 14 pages, double-sided. It's got some pictures, illustrations, and yeah, pretty typical rule booklet. So, in Vampires and Villagers, what you're going to be doing is you are going to be attempting to have the strongest crypt, which is going to be filled with vampires and lackeys and all sorts of bad stuff like that. But it's not going to be that easy because there's going to be a village out to obviously kill vampires, and then other rival crypts, aka other players, are also going to be attempting to, to kind of hurt you. So we'll go over the components, then we'll get into the gameplay. So first we got our village square right here. We got some various different villagers. And one thing you might notice is they all have different attributes on them. And different villagers can do different things, especially when in combat or when potentially trying to attack a crypt. Also, there's lots of tokens going on here. You're going to have stealth tokens, which you'll be using to attack villagers at night. You'll have bat tokens, which will count as victory points, link tokens, mist tokens, lots of different kinds of tokens that will all have their own place. Next, you're going to have two kinds of events up top. You're going to have terror events and war events. The game's going to go over 4 rounds, and at the end of a round, you're going to be able to draw an event and take care of whatever the event is. And the events will do all sorts of different things. Thralls automatically defeat 1 additional village during crypt defense until a priest enters the game. No honor amongst thieves. All villagers lose combat skill. Respite, a rare moment of peace persists. They do various different things throughout the game. Last but not least, we have our villager deck right here. And this is going to have not only villagers, but also bad guys. There might be some werewolf hunters, there might be some thralls, there might even be some vampires hiding in the village. And you're going to be drawing from that pile, hoping to get the cards that you want to get. So when you first start the game, you are going to start off with 1 master vampire. We'll have the little link thing down there. Then also a lesser vampire. And then you're going to get 2 more generally nefarious guys. So right here we have a thrall and we have a vampire hunter, and these are going to be in our hand. They are not yet in our crypt down here, and we'll just go over what you're going to be doing on your turn. First thing you're going to do is you are going to draw 1 card. If it's a villager, which unfortunately this one is a villager, it immediately goes into the village square. If it were something other than a villager, then it would go into your hand. Next, you get to play 1 card or take a village with leadership and attack. So, we'll get to the attack later, but what you need to know about that is you could potentially take this guy and you could, this lady I should say, Fisherman Margot, and you can send her towards another crypt since she has leadership and she's kind of riled up all the people. She's going to go attack one of the other crypts now. But mostly, you're going to be playing cards out of your hand. So you can play a vampire or a thrall into your crypt, and you can put it face up, which means you'll be able to use its abilities immediately, because all of them are going to have different abilities listed at the bottom. Or you could put it face down, and it will get stealth tokens, which means they will be able to stealthily sneak into the village at night and kill some of the villagers. The next thing you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to use the active skills that are on your cards for cards in your crypts, or flip over cards that are in the shadows in your crypts. Next, you can perform stealth actions, which is what you're going to do with these stealth tokens right here. You spend a stealth token, and you're going to be able to defeat any one of the villagers that you want. And based on what they can potentially do, it could be to your advantage to defeat certain ones over other ones. Also, if you are able to kill 2 identical villagers or 3 villagers in a single turn, then you're going to get one of these bat tokens, which I talked about a little bit earlier. These are going to get you victory points at the end of the game, so it is in your advantage that if there's a pair of villagers out here that look alike, because there are quite a few that look the same like that, then you definitely want to try and target those ones. Or if you can't kill both of them, then target one of them so your opponent can't get that giant bat token. Next, you're going to be resolving the crypt attack. So we talked a little bit about that earlier, how you're going to be able to send either hunters over to other people's crypts, or send mob leaders over to other people's crypts. So it's actually pretty simple how you're going to be doing the crypt actions. So essentially, what's going to happen is all of the town's villagers are going to rise up and they're going to be attacking one of the crypts, and the attacker will pick out one particular card that they want to attack. From that point on, all the thralls that you have in there, who are kind of like these crazy vampire assistants, are going to be able to kill a villager apiece. Also, if you have things down here with stealth tokens, they will be able to kill some villagers. And then at that point, you're going to be looking at the attack strength down there and see which one, either the villagers and the hunters' attack strength is higher. So which one of these is going to be higher. And from this point on, lots of different things can happen. The hunter can become turned, and the vampire turn. So essentially, the vampire hunter will actually become a vampire. The vampires can turn into mist. So lots of different things can happen as a result of the crypt attacks. Once you're done with that, you are going to, if they are in mist form, you're going to restore them. And then check the village square. If there's nothing in the village square, then you're going to draw an event card of your choosing, and then you're going to replenish back up the village with 6 players. With 6 villagers, and then play is going to pass to the next player. You will rinse, wash, and repeat until 4 villages have been wiped out, at which point you will tally up the final score of the game by looking at the strength of the cards in your crypts and also how many bat tokens you have, and whoever has the most points will be the winner of the game. And that, in a nutshell, is how Villagers and Vampires is played. Alrighty then, Vampires and Villagers from Ask With Games, coming to a Kickstarter near you very, very soon. I'll be sure to post that Kickstarter link down below. Who might be digging this game? First and foremost, if you like the vampire theme, this one, the theme definitely does come across kind of well. You're forming your crypt, and there's cool mechanisms that kind of support the vampire theme, with like vampire hunters getting turned, and hidden vampires attacking stealthily at night, and lots of neat things like that. Also, I enjoyed the artwork, and the components, even in this promotional copy, are pretty nice, so I expect the final ones will be even nicer. And last but not least, if you're looking for a game that has a deceptive amount of strategy that you might not realize at first, but it kind of hits you as you progress through the game, this one might be for you. So that is Vampires and Villagers with Ask With Games from Ask With Games. Be sure to check out their Kickstarter link down below or in the comments below. Let me know, vampires, is that a theme that does it for you? For me personally, it is. I really enjoy True Blood. I like vampire movies. I really do enjoy that theme a lot more than other classic monster themes. But let me know in the comments below, do vampires do it for you? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.